So you can see that.
Drop coming in at the top here. You might actually be able to snipe this hatchery. There is going to be Infestor sitting there. He will be able to fungal growth those though. And there we go. Fungal growth on the medivac. Can't run away. Some Infested Terrans being dropped down. I love that. So he can snipe that medivac. Great job by catz there. But of course, come next patch, he won't be able to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, the question is, oh, he actually got a fungal growth off on those units at the front of his ramp as well.
Even if it's just burning energy, that's still a great job by catz, because if you can keep that energy down, the lings actually do, and roaches do a lot more damage than you'd expect.
Yeah.
Deth
the question is, in the next patch, can you still load your units up into the medevac if they're frozen and then run away?
Yeah, that's
something I'm not certain about. Catz taking a lot of damage with these spine crawlers by the siege tank, because the medevac gives just enough vision up the cliff for him to hit those. And I think catz is going to kind of wait and get a lot more roaches, do some nice fungals, and just kind of break out here. And, you know, Deth's army isn't big enough, I don't think, to hold that. He's going to send some more units up to destroy this third, though, and it has barely any HP left. He is going to be able to get it if he stims and target that.
See, I think catz has a timing.
Hatchery is going to go down.
Yeah, sorry, I was just looking at the main forces down at the bottom there. Nice job by Deth by sniping that hatchery, but I think catz has a timing right about now where he can push out and actually snipe those tanks, because the more tanks that get there eventually, the harder it's going to be for him to deal with it.
Yeah, and it looks like I think he's got enough units to maybe do it. There's a lot of Marauders, though, and Marines as well with 1-1 upgrades. It's going to be tough. He doesn't have any Banelings, and he's just going to go for it here.
Here we go. Fungal growth going down on a lot of stuff. Infested Terrans everywhere, tanking a lot of that damage. Great job by catz there. Trying to snipe the tanks. I think he needs to do a better job of sniping those tanks. Those tanks are still alive. Deth might actually take this, though. Lots of M&M port. There's only roaches left for catz. He's got a lot of lings coming out. And here we go. So more lings going in. Spine Crawler's getting in the fray now. Great job by Deth actually keeping those units alive, though. And those medevacs really saving the day for him. And oh no, catz has a queen at the front being target fired by Deth now. It is going to go down, but catz can hold this off, barely. But I think he's extremely behind now.
Absolutely, losing a lot of drones here as well. And you know, Deth actually did a very nice job microing, pulling the weakened units back in that engagement. I really like that. And a lesser player would have lost a lot more units than Deth has, and would have, you know, had no army left at this point. Deth just using really nice control, making the best use of those units. And catz is going to be able to clean up, but the medevac's still absolutely fine. And Deth should be able to defend the counterattack from catz pretty easily. If it occurs, it looks like catz actually is going to back off. Try to take that third base. The hatchery did just finish. And we are going to see Deth take his third base a little bit delayed. He had that commencer up for a while, I think, just was too busy microing to take his third. And he's making more barracks. And he's also just continuing to make those medevacs. And he does have an armory now to start researching the upgrades for his tanks. And it looks like he's going to snipe this hit base.
That has to put catz
that's
on
unfortunate,
tilt.
but he does cancel it. It does cancel it just in time, so that was good. But yeah, got to be frustrating to keep losing those bases left and right. And you know, if you look at the supply counts,
I was not
looking
sure if
too
you
good for
noticed.
catz.
But there was a burrowed ling over at Deth's third, and his command center had been sitting there for quite a while, and it actually forced a scan from Deth to actually kill that one ling.
Oh yeah, I noticed that earlier, but I actually forgot about it. Yeah, I was there. It's annoying.
Yeah, so if we have a look at the income, catz definitely feeling the pain now. He's only at 39 drones to the 69 of Deth. Deth also does have that third base up now. He has that orbital command. No, he's going for a planetary fortress for his third. Interesting.
Yeah, he's thinking about pressuring forward here. He's got more medevacs than he has infantry, it almost looks like. He's got so many medevacs, something that Deth just really likes to do. He also likes to upgrade his infantry like crazy. And there's a lot of Banelings morphing in here, but, you know, Baneling speed not done yet, and these tanks are going to do so much damage down here on the low ground. Catz is in trouble.
We have a lot of Mutalisks, so hopefully these Banelings can take out the Marines. They're going to come in from behind. There's nowhere for Deth to run except into the base there. Banelings going nuts on all the Marauders, unfortunately. We do have a lot of Mutalisks and Roaches. They are going to be able to clean up. Very close to being able to clean up. The Mutalisks are dying extremely quickly here, but all the Marines are now done. The Mutalisks will be able to go to work on these Medivacs and tanks. Not really sure why catz isn't focusing those tanks. There we go.
Yeah, Deth almost was able to snipe that hatchery with those tanks because catz was kind of ignoring the tanks a little bit there. I think Deth was trying to use those medevacs just to buy himself a little bit of time. He's going to do a drop, though, on the third base while catz has his Mutas forward. Catz got to be feeling pretty good about that engagement. Did do a lot of damage, and you know, Death doesn't have that many
Oh
units
my
in front of
god!
his base. Got most
Great fungal growth by
the
catz there.
fungal.
Amazing fungal growth. He is just delaying it. He'd lose a couple of mutas, but he's buying himself time to get enough units to get in here. But I'm thinking the catz might actually lose this third base to this drop.
Yeah, you know, he just doesn't have that many units. He's forced to make banelings here, pull his drones off. And his hatchery probably going to go down, and then he'll just pick back up and leave. Catz needs to move an infestor forward maybe to try to fungal this dropship so they can't leave, but I think he's just going to pull his units back into the drops and leave maybe. Can't really escape very easily against Mutas though, so...
Yeah, and at the meantime, Deth is also pushing in on Catz's natural. GG, well played coming from catz. That is going to be 2-0 for Deth, advancing into the round of 8. Nicely done.
Yeah, really nicely played by both players in that game. That clutch